The earth was loud with corruption, a restless drumbeat of wickedness echoing through every valley and mountain. Yet in the quiet corner of this chaos, one man, Noah, stood apart. God had chosen him not for his strength, but for his faithfulness. In the shadow of this corrupted world, a divine whisper reached Noah's heart. I will destroy all life, for the earth is filled with violence. Build an ark. Genesis 6:13-14. Noah, though burdened by the weight of such a command, obeyed. Day and night, the sound of hammers and saws rang through the forest as the ark took shape. His neighbors scoffed and laughed, calling him mad. But Noah only worked harder, trusting in what was unseen.
As the ark neared completion, something miraculous occurred. From the corners of the earth, creatures great and small began their journey toward the ark. Pairs of every kind, male and female, walked, crawled, and flew toward Noah's refuge. Imagine the wonder of that sight. Lions and lambs, eagles and sparrows, all moving with a calm purpose. It was as if the Creator himself whispered their names and guided them to safety. Two of every kind will come to you to keep them alive. Genesis 6:19-20. Noah and his family watched in awe, their hearts swelling with gratitude and humility. This was a divine plan unfolding before their very eyes.
The day arrived when God spoke again. Go into the ark, you and your family, because I have found you righteous in this generation. Genesis 7:1. Noah and his family climbed aboard, their footsteps heavy with the knowledge that this was both a salvation and a goodbye. The crowd outside continued their mocking, unable to see the storm gathering above them. As the last animal entered, the door of the ark closed not by Noah's hand, but by God's, a final act of divine authority. The mocking stopped, replaced by an uneasy silence. Then, the heavens opened. A roar unlike anything ever heard before filled the air. Rain fell not in drops, but in torrents, and the fountains of the deep erupted. The ground itself seemed to groan as waters surged higher and higher. For 40 days the flood kept coming on the earth, and as the waters increased, they lifted the ark high above the earth. Genesis 7:17. Inside the ark, Noah's family huddled together, their hearts steady in faith, but heavy with the weight of loss. Outside, the world was unrecognizable, a vast ocean where once there had been life. Days turned to weeks, and the chaos of the storm gave way to an eerie stillness. The ark floated on a world now cleansed of its corruption, a somber testimony to the judgment of God. Noah's family waited, trusting in God's promise. They had no maps or compasses, only their faith that God would bring them through this trial. Only Noah was left, and those with him in the ark. Genesis 7:23. But judgment was not the final word. Hope was. After the rain ceased, Noah released a dove to search for dry land. When it returned with an olive branch, the ark erupted in joy. Life would begin again. This was not merely the end of a story, but the beginning of a new covenant between God and humanity. Though the waters had cleansed the earth, they had also carried the seeds of redemption. God remembered Noah, and all the wild animals and the livestock that were with him in the ark. And he sent a wind over the earth, and the waters receded. Genesis 8:1.